in boxing. Man in boxing. Led the Flair Cops. Shout out to Goodfellas Sports TV.
Already going to talk a little bit about some PBC. I heard they're going to announce their schedule during the Jamal James and Thomas Delorme fight on Fox, whenever the hell that is. What is that? August 8th, I believe. Don't quote me on that. So we talk a little PBC, but first we're going to talk a little bit about Gamboa, right? I was checking out Bill Haney's interview. I have no ties to Bill Haney, have no issue with Bill Haney, but I'm so tired of these dudes in boxing trying to use the triangle theory. So hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. And I know Bill and Devin Haney are probably fight Tank right now. I know who holding up that fight, who don't want that fight, right? But you had Gervonta Tank Davis going around saying, I'm going to do better than Terence Crawford. Did he understand Crawford fought Gamboa 6 years ago and 5 years since he fought him last year? So, you know, at the end of the day, it is a difference. You know what I'm saying? Bill was talking to Fight Hype saying that, I think he was talking to Shawn Zettel, saying that, you know, basically they trying to show, oh, we got a common opponent with Pedraza. We did this to this guy, that. Man, at the end of the day, a lot of times, once the blueprint is set to beat a particular fighter, especially if it's not an elite level fighter, you should be able to beat him. You should be able to beat him better than, you know, the next guy did. So it's not telling us, oh, because you fought a common opponent that Pedraza and had with y'all or whatever. That don't matter. At the end of the day, you know, it matters. Can you beat Tank? Can you beat Tio and all these other different guys? They trying to sell us a shit sandwich and put it in a motherfucking gourmet food bag. No. At the end of the day, Gamboa, you get no credit for fighting Gamboa. Let me say that again. You get no credit. I didn't give Tank no credit. Gamboa's lost to that Robinson guy. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's lost multiple times. This ain't Gamboa. 7 years ago, 8 years ago, you couldn't get nobody to name Gamboa. Say Gamboa name. Mikey was running around here ducking Gamboa. You know what I'm saying? They wouldn't make the Juan Lopez fight with Gamboa. You couldn't find nobody. For y'all dudes to be comparing Gamboa in 2014 and 13, whenever it is, or whenever Crawford fought him in 16 to the Gamboa now, when Crawford fought him, everybody go back in retrospect and say, oh, that's, you know, Gamboa was too small, and, you know, Gamboa, you know, he really ain't done nothing when it come to Crawford. But when it come to Tank, oh, you know, he gonna outdo what Crawford did, and that ain't even the same Gamboa. Gamboa was undefeated. Gamboa had better reflexes, better speed. So what y'all doing now, 6 years later, y'all wouldn't have did 6 years ago. Matter of fact, a lot of y'all wasn't even old enough, eligible to fight him in the United States. So please keep that. Everybody act like they want to fight Gamboa now. It's so funny to me. You know, I done seen Boogeyman come and go in boxing. You know, dudes want to fight him. You know, dudes don't want to fight him. And then when they get exposed and they get beat, when they on the downside of their career, now everybody want to run to the table. Just like with Errol Spence. When Errol Spence was out here killing shit, ain't nobody want to fight him. When he got a belt, oh, I don't like red. I don't like the red and gold belt. You know, all of a sudden, Mikey Garcia move up and survive 12 rounds. All of a sudden, he ain't that killer. Everybody want to sign a fucking permission slip to go on the fucking field trip to fight Errol Spence. It's crazy to me, bro. Everybody want to fight somebody after they've been exposed or they're on the downside of their career and try to act like they the same fighter from 5-6 years ago when they was the boogeyman. Get out of here, bro. Tank struggled with an old Gamboa, bro. A nigga that was on one leg, dog. He talking about, I'm going to do better than Crawford did. Of course, this motherfucker is old. He been beat a couple times since then. And you still didn't beat him impressively. And for Devin Haney, what do you got to, what do you got to gain in this fight? This is low risk, low reward. I don't care if you beat him in one round. I don't care if you knock him with y'all do get to the fucking rafters and he hang up there like a retired jersey. What are you looking to accomplish? This doesn't tell me if you could beat T.O. This doesn't tell me if you could beat Loma. This doesn't tell me if you can beat, Robbie Jr. It don't tell me if you can move up and beat Jose Ramirez. It tells me nothing. Just take it for what it is, a glorified tune-up fight. These dudes, we fought him and we beat him better than him. That shit don't matter. You know what I'm saying? Somebody need to tell Bill Haney the triangle theory rarely works in boxing. You know what I'm saying? It rarely works. Joe Frazier struggled with George Foreman. George Foreman lost to Ali. And Joe Frazier gave motherfucking Muhammad Ali hell and beat him. Come on. The triangle theory, this ain't fucking you know, this ain't trigonometry and motherfucking arithmetic and whatever the hell. Problem statistics. This is boxing. You trying to prove that you better than Gervonta Davis by beating Gamboa don't mean shit. It don't. So they trying to tell us that, you know, Gamboa is this gourmet fucking sandwich, this gourmet meal, but it's a shit sandwich. Get out of here. I ain't heard one person say, oh, I'm looking forward to watching Devin Haney and Gamboa. Not one person, other than they family members. And they apologists. Ain't nobody saying, I can't wait to see Gamboa and Devin Haney. Man, I can give a fuck less about that fight. I can go watch a fight with some crackheads and get better entertainment. I wouldn't watch that. I don't care about that fight, bro. If I watch it, it's just because I like the way Devin fight. And I want to tap in and support a brother. Other than that, nobody gonna be stopping their day to watch boxing. If you courting a woman or you chilling with some women and y'all drinking and you gonna stop trying to pursue the pussy to watch that fight? Absolutely not. Ain't too many fights you would, but still that they gonna make. But at the same time, stop with the fucking triangle theory, bro. Go in there, handle business versus Gamboa or Devin Haney. Only thing you can do is go down from that fight. You can't go up. You know what I'm saying? I think we all wanted to see Gary Russell, but Al Heyman turned it down. That's not Bill and Devin fought. Eddie Hart fought. Whatever whatever Al and Gary got going on between each other, that's between them. You feel me? So, I mean, it is what it is. You know, they try to big up these fights and say everybody gonna tune in. No, nigga, we not. Not all of us. You know what I'm saying? If they fight September 26th like they talking about, that's the same thing as a Charlo card. I'm paying for that Charlo card, straight up and down. That's a good fight card. I don't even know what the undercard look like. It's a two fight cards for one pay-per-view price. So, you know, it is what it is, man. I just had to cook on that for me. I usually don't even take time out to do videos like this no more. But somebody brought something very interesting up to me, how PBC is very, very backwards, okay? Let's end on this one. They said, how can you give us Kieth and Shawn, which was what, 5 years ago now? 4 years ago? Yeah, it was 4 years ago. And then 3 years ago, you gave us Kieth versus Danny, both on free TV. I think both appeared on free CBS, regular CBS. And now you give us Shawn Porter in 2019 for $75. And now you're trying to give us Danny Garcia in 2020 for $75. That ain't adding up, bro. That's backwards. You can't give us a better fight, prime fighters 3 years ago, 3, 4 years ago, and then try to sell them to us and put a $75 price tag. That's not how the economy works. You know what I'm saying? They should have took less, fought on free TV, and that is what it is. Because Keith Thurman fought a better version of Shawn Porter, however y'all want to twist it. Keith Thurman fought a better version for Danny Garcia, all on free TV. So why can't Danny and Shawn be on free TV? Danny Garcia has done nothing at the welterweight division to make me believe he's a pay-per-view fighter. You know what I'm saying? And Al is paying these dudes based off seniority. Like, you know, if you at the plant, you've been here for 3 years and they raise your pay up from 15 to 17, and then a year or two later you get to $20 an hour, whatever, however it go to pay scale. That's how Al doing it. Al just paying these dudes on seniority and loyalty, on how long you been with PBC, not what you done. You know what I'm saying? This dude just struggled with Ivan Redcash on Showtime, in some people's opinion. And then you want us to turn around and pay $75 to watch him fight Errol Spence? Hell no. You crazy as hell. When I seen him fight Danny, when I seen Danny fought Kieth for free TV, when I seen him fight Shawn on regular Showtime, when I seen him fight, when I seen Shawn fight Kieth on CBS, and now you're going to tell me all of a sudden what's changed? Keith Thurman lost to Pacquiao. It was close. It was a nice event. I enjoyed it. Danny Garcia's, he fought Granados. He struggled with Redcash. He fought Brandon Rios. He lost to Shawn Porter. Shawn Porter, over the course of his career, he lost to Kieth. He had a close fight with Danny. He struggled with Ugas. Like, how is they putting pay-per-view tags on these fights like this, dog? And in the original, big fights was on free TV. So at the end of the day, man, I don't care what nobody say. Only intrigue about this fight is how Errol Spence gonna look coming out the accident. That's it. And I still have my reservations on if this fight gonna happen. I don't think it's gonna happen. And if it do happen, I tip my hat off to him. But COVID is running rapid still. Also, Errol Spence still ain't took a punch of sparring to my knowledge. But At the same time, how's that, man, this is why boxing gonna continue to move backwards. And you know what? Floyd Mayweather has destroyed boxing to the point where he don't want nobody to be better than him. You know what I'm saying? It's like him winning the game of Monopoly and burning the board so nobody in the house can beat him. You know, so that's what he done. He's rigged boxing. He's put motherfucking them horse blinders over everybody's eyes. And before you know it, this generation gonna destroy for the next generation, and kids ain't gonna want to box no more because they ain't gonna be able to see it on TV. You know, and it's unfortunate though that you got the heavyweight division that's blossoming and is booming, but then again, they don't want to give you the top fights that you want to see out that division. So, you know, at the same time, I'm just trying to understand how they put a price tag of, you know, $65, $70, $80 on these fights when these dudes ain't pay-per-view. Danny Garcia ain't no fucking pay-per-view star. He could say, don't nobody sell like Danny Garcia. Nigga, you ain't sold one pay-per-view in your lifetime. You know what I'm saying? Shawn and Errol did 200,000. I don't care what y'all say. I got the real number. They did around 200,000. You know what I'm saying? Him and Mikey did around, what, 330,000. That ain't no real good numbers. That ain't pay-per-view. But then again, it is what it is. They give us, you know, better fights and primer fights. That's a better fight, Kieth Thurman and Danny Garcia. Even though Kieth was a little bit injured, that's still a better fight than Errol and Danny. Danny, you know, he's struggling to make the weight. Errol been in a car accident. He draining himself. That's why his power ain't there. But y'all know what it is, man. Let me know what you guys think about the situation, man. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. You can reach out if you got business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. All those links in the description. Want to make a donation to the channel? Cash App, PayPal in the description. Best way to donate is share the video. And if you hung around a little bit longer, I meant to say this first. I heard that Lowen and Tio was going to get done. All right. I heard that they working on the money. Expected to reach a deal with Teofimo Lopez at some point. So don't panic. This is just good PR to sell the fight. But I heard that they're going to work out a financial agreement with Teofimo Lopez. But my opinion, this thing is definitely going on pay-per-view at this point. You got a fight that shouldn't even be pay-per-view, but it's going to be pay-per-view. And it's just like, it's trife life. But hey, it is what it is. Share the video. We go.